Okay, so welcome to this video, and let me tell you what you're going to be learning in this video that you're about to start watching right now. You're going to learn the new development that Amazon KDP just brought up right now that is making every single publisher to shake because of the new development right now. Every publisher is on their toes right now because they are scared of either their account being terminated and all that. And these people you're seeing on my screen right now are people who made tens of thousands of dollars every single month doing Amazon KDP. All these people you're seeing here right now, and these people have shared their experience on how you can stay safe doing Amazon KDP, and in this their try time. So you're going to take your pen and paper, get a coffee, get a snack, get whatever you need to get so you can think down, so you can stay safe and just be good with Amazon KDP in this years, because Amazon is not really smiling with you guys right now. So just listen to them and let me know what you think about this in the comment section below right now. I'm waiting to share with your comments. Let's go.
Laura, you can speak. You can just say something, so I'll be sure we don't have network issues.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, my boss. How you doing now? Thank you for honoring my impromptu invitation.
Good evening,
No
everybody.
problem, boss. I appreciate also.
Mohammed, boss, I beg you, self, tell us one or two things so we know that we can hear each other clearly.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, you're
Good
welcome,
evening.
boss. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let me make you guys co-host so that we're waiting for Emmanuel. Okay, we have Eniola here. So Eniola, please, you can send a request to speak. Hey, I don't see my boss who Uncle Fenga don't join us. This space is blessed already. Boss, I greet you specially. Special greeting. And I've seen Abraham too. This space go hot this night too. I actually didn't want to call you guys into this. I'm talking about Abraham and Uncle Fenga. I didn't want to disturb you guys because now go handle that KDP crusade. So I didn't want to stress you guys with this. Eniola, please send a request to speak so that I can I'll approve it. Then we can take it one after the other. We have 269 people on board. Let's wait till we hit 300, then we can start officially. Laura, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear clearly.
Okay. As soon as we start, you're going to be speaking first
All
because
right.
I want you to give a general review because I saw you made a thread about it. So I want you to give a general. You said you're going to do a video too. So I want you to give a general review about this new content guidelines, why it
All right.
came into it, why Amazon decided to tighten the knots for this content thing, and how we can stay safe on the Amazon platform. A new update just got to me like 10 minutes ago. I've not verified this, but I'm going to mention it here very soon. So after Laura, Mohammed will come online. It's just going to be each speaker is going to take only 20 minutes. It's not like we want to take our whole night. We want to just use this short time to explain to the community how we can be safe and the importance of having good books on the Amazon platform. So that's exactly what we want to do. So that's why I tried as much as I can to bring a graphic designer too. So she's also going to tell us the importance of having great book covers that meets Amazon content guidelines. I also went for that to bring a content writer to, like, not just, it does not just do Amazon, he's also a copywriter on other freelancing platforms, so he understands how to curate quality content and the importance of curating quality content. We are waiting for him though. He's Messio. We are waiting for him and he will join us soon. So without further ado, let's get started. I think we are on 338 people right now. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining this space tonight. So, boss Laura, please hit the ground running.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and
Good evening.
welcome to this program. Boss Legal, I appreciate you for giving me this opportunity, and I also salute every of our bosses here, Boss Bang, Honkufenga,
Uncle
Muhammad,
Fenga, my boss be that
Honkufenga, Muhammad, Emma Bounce,
Abraham,
Abraham,
and then my oga
and
be
so
that.
many bosses here. I
Yeah.
appreciate everyone for this opportunity. And let me say this thing very clearly here. We are going to make money from Amazon. We have not even started making money from Amazon yet. Regardless of their guideline or regardless of whatever policy they are going to bring in the future, we are going to make cool money from Amazon KDP. We don't need to be worried about anything. So let me start by saying this. I have been in KDP for over 4 years now, and I've created more than 600 books. I've uploaded more than 600 books.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. The line was breaking. The line was breaking. I want you to emphasize on it again.
All right, I've been on KDP for over 4 years now, and I've uploaded over 600 books. I have over 400
Ah,
active. Can you hear me clearly
I just
now?
hope this is not my network. Oh.
Can you hear me?
I hope this is not my network. I don't know
Yes, I can hear
if
you.
others can hear you.
I can hear
All
you
right,
clearly.
Okay, okay, good then. I think it's my network.
that's good. So the reason why I'm stating this is, and out of the 400, 600 books I've uploaded and having 400 active book, I only have one account.
Wow,
I only have
wow.
one account. No issue of termination, no issue of account banning.
Hmm,
It's not easy because one thing I like doing is I like following every ethics.
hmm,
Before I join into any program, I must make research. I'm not
hmm.
saying this to brag. You get? I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm a kind of person I like delaying gratification and I have patience.
Bro, see,
There are
if you
some
have 600 books, sorry to cut you, if you have 600 books and you've
yes.
never had any issue with Amazon, then you should say it to brag. You can brag about it. Anybody want vex, make it vex. You reach to brag about too.
All right,
Continue,
sir.
please.
So the thing there is that I might see a topic that will give me instant sales. Yeah, that can fetch me $1,000 maybe in a week or 2 weeks. But before I go into that topic, I would like to make research. Is this topic ethically right?
Hmm.
Will I go against Amazon guideline? Will I get customers unhappy? There is one topic I mentioned to my mentor in my mentorship program, and that topic is Viagra. Viagra.
Okay.
I saw many people writing like over 2 3 years ago. I saw many publishers creating a book, Viagra. And after like 1 week of publishing a book, we start seeing negative reviews. But
Hmm.
despite the negative reviews, those books are still making sales. The reason is that many are buying those books called Viagra, not because they want to read an actual book called Viagra.
Hmm.
They are buying that book because they thought it's the actual medication, the actual
Oh,
medicine
oh,
called
oh, okay.
Viagra.
Yes, 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 I understand.
You get it now. So because of
Yeah.
that now, many started complaining to Amazon because it's deceptive, it's confusing. So what Amazon started doing is that if you write Viagra, you must include guide. If you just write Viagra alone, they'll block your book and they'll suspend or ban your account. And the same thing, I have a one of my students in my mentorship program. He There is a topic I released. So that topic is more like an instrument. So instead of him to include the name of the instrument and attach guide to it, he went and he only used the instrument name. Amazon suspended his account, blocked the book, and I think he got his account terminated. Why? Because they saw it as a way of deceiving customers. Because most customers will buy that book thinking that they're actually buying the actual instrument or element or whatever. So there are things you need to ask yourself. You don't allow pressure. I want to make money and this book is making so much money. Let me just jump into it. You don't do that because your account is like your shop. You can't burn your shop by yourself. The first thing I should have even started is to let you understand that without customers, there is no Amazon. Without
Yeah.
customers, you can't even be writing for KDP. So Amazon do not joke with their customers. Whatever it will take them to protect their customers, they will do it. You get? So you now, before you go into Amazon, before you write any book, the question you are going to ask yourself is this: with this book, with this title, be creating value for these customers? If you can't answer that question, don't go into that title, don't go into that book. So in every business, there's what we call value proposition. When I went to Kaduna Business School, this is one of the things they taught us: value proposition.
Hmm.
You need to learn what value is this title going to give? What value is this book going to give? If you can't understand what that book is going to give, then it's a problem. And I realized that most people jump into a title without even understanding what that book is all about.
Hmm.
Hello, can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
Okay, let me give you an example now. Let's say I told someone to go and write on travel guide, Barcelona travel guide, for instance.
Okay.
Instead, the person will just go to Google and like, what's so exciting about Barcelona? What do I need to? What is that thing that is captivating about Barcelona? Their language, their whatever, whatever. They'll just go straight to ChatGPT, put their prompt, generate it, and paste.
Hmm.
But if you don't understand, if you don't make your research on Google first to understand the concept of what you are going to write, you
Mm-hmm.
cannot paraphrase your work well. You cannot
Definitely.
even edit, proofread your work well.
You
If
won't
I'm
even know
writing
if
on,
ChatGPT is giving you the right information or not.
you get, and let me be frank with you, ChatGPT makes lots of mistakes. Both
A
the
lot, yes.
GPT-4 and 3.5, lots of mistakes. Lot. There was one, okay, that was writing a Christian book the other time. Then I asked the ChatGPT to give me something on Psalms.
Okay.
So he went, the ChatGPT generated a particular Psalm. So I asked it for the total verses there. ChatGPT went and gave me 33 verses. And right there I was with my Bible. And what I'm seeing is 35 verses.
Hmm.
But ChatGPT gave me 33 verses. I was like, I asked, the next prompt I typed was, how many verses does this particular chapter have?
Hmm.
It replied by 35. And I asked, why did you give me 33? The next thing, sorry, normal
Yes.
ChatGPT.
Yes, I
But
understand that. That's what ChatGPT does.
if I'm not with my Bible, I'll just go ahead. The next thing you see,
Mm-hmm. You
customers
won't even
start
know.
dropping
Yes,
reviews.
exactly. Okay.
So,
At least
so
I
you
think
you
that's one
don't
of the
just,
problems we are facing.
yes, you don't just jump into it. And let me be frank with you, many people don't even know how to read. Many don't even know how to write.
Hmm.
Someone sent me a message on Twitter that their book, Amazon sent them a message that this book is poorly written. I asked the person to send the file to
Book to
me.
you. Okay.
Just the introduction alone, I had to throw the file away. I'm not trying to sound rude.
Um,
I'm not trying to sound rude, but the thing there is this. This you are creating a book for foreign audience. And this book you are creating is not for free.
hmm.
You are pricing your book for $12, $13. Convert it to Naira first, and you see how huge that money is.
Hmm.
Even over there, the money is not that cheap.
Yes. It looks
So
small,
you are,
but it's actually not. That's why it hurts them when
yes,
they find out that the value in the book, there's no value in the book.
there is no value. So what you do is this: you create a book. Like, there is a book now that I'm about creating for this month. I'll be creating just one book for this month.
Bros, come
So
and give me the topic. Let's create it together now.
I even contacted my illustrator. He was like,
Okay.
sir, this book will take 27, the images will take 27 days. I was like,
Are
27
you
what?
serious? Imagine.
Just only images alone.
Hmm.
Like, just for only one book. So creating a quality book takes time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling anybody to wait for 1 month to create one book. Oh. You
Yeah.
guys, yeah, I'm not telling anybody. Like, I personally, I can create a book within a day, but I don't do that.
Okay.
Because once I give myself that target of creating a book within 1 day, I'm putting unnecessary pressure on myself.
Self, exactly.
Okay, so what I do is this now. I'll do research for like a day, 2 days. Once I've gotten the outline, then I start creating. Now, what I do is that if I create a chapter, I don't just copy and paste it. As I'm creating it, I am reading it.
Exactly.
If I'm,
That's
if
how
I
it
am
should be,
not,
sir.
yeah, it's not after everything you go back. No, once
If you're
I
not
create a title,
satisfied, you redo it.
immediately.
Yeah.
And why it's easy for me to redo is because I already have an understanding of what that topic is all about.
What you want to do, yes. You know the right
Yes.
and the wrong information.
Yes. And let me not tell you something. There is something I always do in my prompt. I always try to understand the topic if it's for black women,
Mm.
and depending on if it's relationship or whatever, I always
Okay.
research on the tone to use.
Okay.
So once I get the right tone to use, I also input it on my prompt.
Hmm. That's
There is
that's
one book
that's really nice.
There was one book I was creating. I looked for the right tone to use. You know what I use? I told ChatGPT to use TDJ style of writing.
Hmm. Wow. That
You
makes
get it now?
sense. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get
So
it. I do.
you need to research and you look for what your audience are looking for. If like I made the research, I was like the highest selling black book based on this topic, and I saw lots of TDJ's books. I
Hmm.
was like, so many people are interested in his style of writing, how it sounds. So I
That,
went back. I asked ChatGPT, oh yeah, for this chapter, I want you to write it with TDJ style of writing.
hmm. This is really
I did not
insightful.
just copy. Yes, I did not just copy and paste. And once you start giving it prompt based on emotion, based on different style, you see that your content will start sounding not mechanical, but like
Hmm.
human written.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I've taken 2 points now. Okay. Laura, are you there? Laura,
Hear me?
I can hear you now. It was breaking, but I can hear you now.
I got a call.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
So I want this particular part to sound, maybe I want it to look sad. I want the writer to be engaging, the reader to be happy, to be sad, to be emotional, to be this and that.
Okay. Okay.
And you need to be taking it bit by bit.
Okay.
So the truth is that regarding this new
Okay.
development, no one should panic.
Hmm.
What Amazon did is even for to our own advantage. What Amazon did is for our own advantage. I know that many people will feel sad. Yes, if you are those that are into hybrid book, it's very sad. That is just the truth. And I know lots of people that are creating very good hybrid
Yes, a
books,
lot
very
of
good
yes,
workbooks.
yes, very well.
So many people. And there is a book I even one of my students sent to me, because what I do is that after creating your book, you can just send the book to me, your cover, your file, and I'll go through it. If it's okay, I give it to go ahead.
Okay.
If it's not okay, I'll tell you where to edit or what to do.
Okay.
So he sent this workbook to me. I was like, wow, who created this book for you?
Hmm.
He was like, boss, I did it myself. I was like, how much will I pay you to create something
Just
like this for me?
imagine.
He
That's
said
because
that
you did this very
there are
rough.
people that are very, yes, there are people that are very good, very, very good. And they are making lots of money with this hybrid workbook. Then all of a sudden, because of the mistakes of
A few
others,
people,
they are
like
now
very few
affected.
people.
And I can tell you with experience, it's not easy leaving a model to start looking for something
Bros,
new
no
again.
easy oh, at all. I know.
It's not easy.
I know it's not easy.
Yes, like yeah, you are used to hybrid, then all of a
You just
sudden
want to
you
switch.
start looking for evergreen. But what I want to tell you is this now. You don't need to be angry. It has already happened.
Yeah.
The question is what next to
Okay.
do.
Hey, that's exactly the point. That's what I want. I want you to help us point out how we can stay safe and what we should do, how we can adjust and bring out and deliver best books.
Yes. The important thing in Amazon KDP is research.
Okay.
The most important thing. Last month, my best-selling book was a book I created on 28th of January.
Are you serious? Wow.
Within 24 hours, I created that book. It started making sales. And the funniest thing is that I only started running ads for that book this month.
Hmm.
This month, I started running ads. Reason is that I never even had the mindset of writing anything about that book. It was when I was making research for a particular title.
Okay.
But when I see that book, I just
The
abandon
one you wanted to
I
write
abandon
before.
that title immediately.
Wow.
I abandoned it because and listen, this is what happened. The book I wrote, no one has written it on Amazon before.
Wow. Are you serious?
What what I did was there is an existing book that is already making sales.
Okay.
So what I did was I niched down.
Hmm.
Okay, you have created on this particular book. Okay, let me give you an example. Though it's not on, let me use cookbook
Okay.
now. Though the book is not on cookbook, I'm not a cookbook person.
Okay.
So let's say the book is a Mediterranean diet. So instead of just writing Mediterranean diet, I'll just go and create a 5 ingredient Mediterranean diet
Okay.
book.
Okay. Okay.
Just as an
Yeah, I
example.
get.
Because everybody now, let's say everybody that likes Mediterranean diet,
Can spend
not
time in the
everybody would
kitchen
like to
looking
waste
for different
spend time
ingredients
in the
and all.
kitchen. Yeah, some will not want to start going to the supermarket to start buying
Yes.
lots of
Yes.
ingredients.
Yes. It works.
So what will I do? I'll create books for different set of people. Create 5 minutes or no, not 5 minutes, 30 minutes.
Okay.
And please let me say this thing very clearly. I have a student that created, I think, 20 minutes Mediterranean diet book. I told you, and Amazon rejected the book.
Okay.
I told you, what's wrong with you? I have air fryer, and there is no selection of 20 minutes that can give you any done food.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting
Except
it
it's a
now?
smoothie.
Because maybe yes, probably he has seen 30 minutes and he was trying to
Yeah,
niche
so
that.
you
Okay,
have
since
to.
I
Yeah,
started,
I
let
get.
me do 20.
I get.
That I'm talking about niching that doesn't mean that you can niche down for any kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be truthful. Which food will you cook for 20 minutes? Which Mediterranean diet will
Tea,
you
oh,
cook for
we can
20
do bread
minutes?
and tea for 20 minutes.
You get-
Thank you very much,
So,
Laura. What
so the
I
answer,
want you to just help us round up with now is okay, based on the niche that you know how to do best, is if there is any part that is
yeah.
affected with the new content guidelines and how we can stay safe with it.
All right. To For specific niche, I don't have any specific
Okay.
niche. What I do is that if I create a particular book, I test it
Okay.
out. Once that book, I notice that the sales is coming, I'll create like five
Man,
to
I'm really
ten,
motivated though. You have an account with 600 books without issues, man. As in, I'm
over
impressed. I'm
600.
really impressed. I have close
So
to
what I
that,
do is that
but
once
I
the,
now they always get issues sometimes when I started. And now I can't sabi the thing well.
it always happens. Sometimes you go see one kind of silly mistake or
Yeah,
something.
definitely.
So it always happens.
I'm motivated though. Miss, if I want go do
Yes.
600 book accounts now.
Boss, they necessary now. Like 600 was because I was now that period. This month, only one book I go release.
Okay.
So the thing there is that I don't have any specific niche. I go into a niche, and if it's okay, I release like 5 to 10 books to dominate every
Oh,
sector
that's
of that
neat.
niche.
Okay.
Whatever I know
I hope
that
you guys are
someone is looking
listening.
for.
Right? You guys are listening to the boss. So he said he does not have a specific niche, but any niche, any book he finds or any good topic, he will have 5 books to dominate. If you don't take anything from today's space, take that one. Please continue, boss.
If I get like Mediterranean diet, I'll bring my jotter or my notepad. Waiting people they look for this Mediterranean diet.
Okay.
Which kind of people will come for this Mediterranean diet?
Okay. Okay.
If now people don't want to waste their time with cooking, or yeah, I have a book for you.
Hmm.
If those that don't want to spend much money, I have a book for you.
Hmm.
What do you want? I will create it for
I
you.
don't learn something today. Oh. Okay. Okay.
So once I'm done with that, I keep it. I do another research. I get another one.
Okay.
Like then when I said I made over 4,000 something
Yeah, I
without
saw it. I saw it.
creating, without spending art. Who will not understand what happened? That niche alone, I have over 30 books.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's something that whether I sleep, wake up, sales must happen.
Okay.
If you don't want too much page, I have small one for small page for
Hmm.
you. If you want big page, I have one for that for you. So whatever you want, there is a book there. But the thing here is that I always follow guideline.
Okay, that's exactly what I wanted to point out.
What Amazon wants. Amazon do not want duplication.
Okay.
That all I have over 600 books or whatever, there is no duplication in any of
Hmm.
them.
That's nice.
Because the problem with duplication is this now. I create a book and I change the cover. I create 5 books and I change the cover only. Then Mr. A goes and buys book A. After maybe I've exhausted book A, he went back to Amazon to buy a related book.
Hmm.
He now bought my
Because
second
it's a
book
different cover,
with
same
different
book
cover
with different cover. Yeah.
but the same interior.
Hmm.
What would the customer
That's
do? Immediately they will go
if they report such
to
account, that
Amazon
account is
and
gone.
immediately.
Yeah.
There is one book I created around 2022. I created the book and I started making it, and then all of a sudden I saw a negative review. The customer was like, if there's anything like zero, he will drop
Wow.
there. Not even one, or even the one he dropped, the thing they pay now for body. So what I did was the truth is that the book I created, I have never created that kind of book. It's more like a medium content book, not a writing book per se.
Okay.
So what I did was I went back to the book, I made further research, and I said, I'm me fuck off.
Okay.
And the mistake I did was not just putting page in between.
Okay.
That was just the mistake.
Okay.
So I went back, I went and put edited. Or is it no, not edited? I've forgotten the language I used there
Okay.
on the cover.
Okay.
As I'm talking to you now, that book have over 30 something
Wow.
reviews.
Wow. That's nice. Something like, okay, are
That
you saying
and not
you use
just
something
only
like
reviews solo,
revised or updated?
updated,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. I hope you guys have learned
Updated.
that too. He's trying to say that if you have a book that has a bad review, go and redesign the cover, redo the book, add more value. That thing that they are complaining about, correct it in the book. Then on the cover, you now put updated or revised.
And also let me add something here. If for example there is there's difference between rating and review.
Definitely.
Let's say a customer drop a review that the book got no, maybe there is no letter A or letter B.
Mhm.
After review, after you have updated the book, you create a new A plus.
Okay.
In that your A plus, you must indicate that that thing that customer went and
In the
wrote,
in
you
the
already
yeah
have
in
it
your
inside the book.
review.
Yes, a big A plus, you put it there. And the book, this particular book now, not just a review now, there are images, videos
Hmm.
of people appreciating that book.
Okay.
Yes. So now that duplication is very important. And again, your subtitle and title, don't complicate it, don't lie, don't
Okay.
exaggerate. Don't say that this your book will heal cancer. No, don't use that word. Let your title be simple. And I personally, I don't like a long title, long subtitle.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Okay.
So you don't exaggerate your subtitle. Most of the books are misleading content I do see is either from the subtitle or from the title.
Okay. Thank you.
So don't mislead customers.
Thank you very much, Laura. If I'm going to do a recap of everything you've said, you said we should try, even if we're going to be using AI, like ChatGPT to write, we should make an in-depth research. We should also tell it to give us some emotional feeling for the person that will be reading it. That means tell ChatGPT that you want the person reading this content to feel emotional, okay, while reading it.
Yes,
And another thing is that research is the bone of contention. If you can do good research, you will get good topics and you will know what each title or each niche is about before you start creating books about it. Am I right? And you also stated
definitely.
that you whenever your book gets a bad review or a negative review, because review is relative, what Mr. A would like is not what Mr. B would like. Whenever that happens in your book, you would redo the book, make the correction, re-upload it on that same, not another upload. Now you would just correct it on that same upload, that same book, and then you would you would add revised or updated on the cover, and then you
Updated,
also do the same in the A plus content, right? Thank you
definitely.
very much, boss. I personally have learned something from this, but please don't go yet because people will ask you questions very soon.
All right.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I want to bring our next
Appreciate
speaker
also.
on board, which is Mohammed One. He has changed his name to Mohammed S. You come and tell us what that S means today. Okay, Mohammed Sani. Thank you very much, boss. You can unmute your mic and tell us majorly about how
All right.
trend model, and you do trend and you do evergreen. I know that very well because I bought your course. So tell us about how trend model and evergreen can survive this new Amazon storm.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
I see
boss.
some of my bosses here. Um, Boss Zax, Uncle Fenga, Laura, Miss Yui, and Ima Bams, and the rest.
Merci, you
Um,
na boss. Oh.
I just want to him all my bosses first.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks, bro.
well, I don't have much to say, but here's what I'm going to say. Now, concerning evergreens and trends, let me start with trends because
Okay.
I know in my course there are some. I know trends they sell a lot. Like if you get a profitable topic under trends, they sell a lot, so you make a lot of money quick. But not all topics are advisable for you to go into, and that was
Hmm.
why I especially mentioned some topics that you should not go close to when you are publishing books on trends.
Yeah, I
Any
remember
topic,
you did that.
any
Yes.
topic that is related to violence, let's say crimes or protests
War.
or war, all those kind of topics,
Yeah.
you shouldn't go close to them because Amazon will not promote those kind of content to their customers. They will not promote books that are related to those topics to their customers because it's as if they are trying to promote violence, and
Hmm.
they always put the interest of their customers first. And that is why personally stated in my course that you stay away from those kind of topics. And I see that some people are still publishing books on that, and definitely your book, even if let's say you are lucky, you publish the book and it goes live, after some time Amazon will unpublish that book
That
because
is it. You are absolutely,
definitely
what you just said now is the perfect truth.
definitely so
Even if
even
you
if
maneuver the system and you're able to publish it, Amazon is coming for it.
definitely Amazon will definitely unpublish that book, and it can even result in the termination of your account.
Yes,
And that is why
yes.
I
No
tell people to
lies.
stay away from that topic. Now, the kind of topics that are safe for you to publish books on, if you are working on trend models, you see books on, let's say, diseases that are kind of trending, or maybe a, a personal holiday, I say personal holiday, a holiday events, some, okay, let's say holidays, events, health diseases, just health challenges, something like that. You can publish books. You can publish books on those kind of topics, and then you'll be safe.
Okay.
I think that's for trends. Now, let me still continue on trends.
Okay.
It's not something that you can just okay. You just see a topic now, and then the next day you just say okay because it is trending. You don't want the trend to die down fast. You start
That's
pushing
what push.
immediately on it.
That's what
No,
pushes people to do the wrong
yes.
thing. Actually.
And now that, and I remember that I created my course a long time ago. So when I created my course, AI have not been common like it is not right now. So now that AI is here, people can just use AI to generate any kind of information, and then they. I know that some of them after generating the content from AI, they paraphrase it because all these paraphrasing tools they are almost like another AI tool. So
Yes.
what's
Yes.
their own? Their own is just to change the sentence for you. And some of them can even change the sentence and then it won't make sense at all.
Yes. Yes. You
But
are right.
AI is not as accurate as people think it is. It will definitely give you false information. So false information. So you just need to take time to read the information that this AI has given to you. There are some things you need to omit and there are some things you need to correct. There are some things you need to change. You don't just go ahead to just because you've gathered a much content from AI and then you feel like okay your book is ready, you just go ahead to publish it. No, because you are just as if you are selling rubbish books to
Hmm.
customers, and it's a normal human being like you that is spending money to buy these books. So how would you feel if you go to Amazon and then you buy a book and you just read the book and say that everything that is inside the book is just sounding absurd? It's just as if a robot read like a robot just gather the whole information. Definitely you come back and drop bad reviews. And
Hmm.
people drop bad reviews. Like there was a student of mine there was a student of mine. He came to my DM a few days ago. He was complaining that every time he publishes a book, there's someone that always, you know, I don't know if the person has marked down his pen name, because I asked him that I hope you didn't reveal your pen name to someone. He said he didn't reveal his pen name to anybody. But then he always complained that that particular person will come and drop a bad review on his book, and then
Hmm.
after dropping the
I
bad
see. I
review,
have that experience too. I actually have that experience too.
the person after dropping the bad review, the person will now recommend his own book.
Exactly the way it happened
So
to me.
after he told me the whole thing, I personally went, and because I went to Amazon and then I made the research and I went through a sample of his book. Believe me, that book is nonsense. Like, it is nonsense. If I'm going to rate it, I'll not even rate it 1/10.
That's the person that
I'll not
dropped
even
the
rate it
bad
one
review,
over ten.
right?
Yes, no, like the person who was complaining that they dropped bad
Okay,
review on his
okay.
book.
Oh,
I
okay, okay,
personally
okay,
checked the book myself, and believe me,
okay.
what I saw in that book was so discouraging because it was nonsense. Even if I'm going to rate that book, I'm not going to rate it up to 1/10. I might even give it zero point
Are
something.
you serious?
Like the whole, but I'm not even talking about the information inside. The formatting and everything is nonsense.
Wow.
Even the I'm not going to reveal the title of the book, but even starting from the description, you know that this thing was generated using AI. So he didn't even take his time to proofread or paraphrase or do anything. He just went ahead to publish the book. So that's why sometimes when people come and then they are complaining that their books are getting bad reviews or maybe they are not making a lot of sense, I just know that definitely they are at fault.
Yes, in most
They are at
cases. Yes, in
fault.
most cases.
In most cases, they are at fault. That's what I just believe in. So I know that AI is here to help us, like to make things easier for us, but it doesn't mean that you should start using it to just because you're after fast money, you should just start using it to make books within a short
Mm-hmm.
period of time and then you upload. No. You have to take your time to, because it's better to take your time and publish something that will sell for long, something that once you launch it, it will give you positive reviews, at least 4 stars, and then positive
Hmm.
comments, than publishing something that maybe after 24 hours you come back and see 1 star review and with a bad comment. Like, it makes no sense because you're just, it's just as if you're putting your account under
At
threat.
risk.
Yes, on
Yeah.
risk. So an Amazon can contaminate it anytime, anytime. So
Okay.
I just want people to, like, because I believe that most of this problem that we are having, and what actually made Amazon to bring up this new policy about those books that um they no longer accept, is because of people who, you know, rush to publish books like within a day or maybe 2 days or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it makes no sense at all. Don't rush. Just take your time. Even if other people are publishing 10 books in a day, just take your time. Take your time and
Yeah.
do something that will sell for a long time. There's a particular guy here is also on this page. I was talking to him yesterday where I said I think, like, personally I take 1 week to publish a book, and he was like, what if I can publish 2 books in a week,
Hmm.
like 2 books in a week. I told him that, well, you can actually do that too, but my own is I just want to make sure that you put out good quality books, because it's not about the number of books that you have on your shelf. Is
Hmm.
the the quality of the book that you have on your shelf. So it's better to have 50 books that are performing very well, 50 good quality books, than having 1,000 nonsense books. Because yes, it's better because
You're actually right.
it's better. That's personally what I told him. I told him that it's better if you just take at least 1 week to publish a book, so that I know that you're not working under pressure. So you have enough time to do everything. We're starting from the niche research to the generation of the content to paraphrasing to proofreading, even the interior formatting. You just have enough time to do everything well, and also the keyword research, the description, and everything. So once you launch those kind of books, like, it won't even take long. You at least you get 4 star review. Not that I'm bragging,
Hmm.
but the least rating I've gotten on my book is 3 star. That's the
Hmm.
least. I've never gotten 2 star or 1 star.
Hmm.
That's it. Some books take longer time, and that's why this there's a thread I wrote one time. I said, if you are launching out a new book, always put it on free promotion, because the advantage of the free promotion, there are two advantages of that free promotion. First, it will help you know which marketplace your ideal customers are from. So let's say
Mm.
if you are getting free orders, and you check and you see that most of the free orders are coming from UK, then you know that okay, oh, your customers are actually UK residents, and your major marketplace is UK. So you know that okay, even if you are planning to run ads for that book in the nearest future, you know that okay, this is the marketplace you're targeting. And the
Mm.
second advantage is, let's say out of every 100 free orders that you get, definitely one person will come back to drop a review. And that person comes back
Yeah.
to drop a review, then you know that okay, oh, this your book is actually worth it. If you get a positive review, then you can go ahead to pay for reviews, because there are some websites
To
that you
run
actually
ads.
pay for reviews. Yes, so you can pay for reviews. So even if you pay, those people who come to drop the reviews will drop positive reviews. So that's why I made that I wrote that thread that time, that whenever you're launching out a new book, make sure you put it on free promotion, so that it will help you know your marketplace, and also help you know if this book is actually worth it,
Okay.
kind of reviews that you get. I think that's for trends. And then
Okay.
evergreens. Now, um, just like name implies, evergreens. These are topics that can sell for any, like they can sell at any time of the year, at any time of the year. And the top three niches in the evergreen niches, till tomorrow, even if you come and you ask me 1,000 times, I'll tell you. Is that parenting and relationships, health, fitness and dieting, and money. But I personally don't do anything about business and money, because business is kind of like dynamic. It changes easily, so you don't really know what's happening. And now, if you look at our world is evolving fast. So most of these business opportunities now is in one way or the other connected with AI. Now, if you
Mm-hmm.
want to publish books on AI, they'll know that okay, definitely. I also know that you are not an expert of all this AI stuff, so they won't really believe in the kind of books you are uploading on their platform. And that is why, if even if anybody is coming to ask me that okay, oh, among those three niches, which one should I go for, I always tell them either go for parenting and relationships, or go for health, fitness and dieting. Don't go to business and money. You can be lucky, yeah, you publish some books and they will sell still, but I personally don't advise anybody to go to business and money. Just focus on health, fitness and dieting, or parenting and relationships.
Okay.
Now, I personally
Okay.
do, um
On this, sorry to cut you. On these three niche that you've just told us now,
yes.
how can we stay safe using this new Amazon content guidelines? What are we to do? What are the things we must put in place in our books so that we don't fall into trouble with Amazon?
Okay. Now, Amazon talked about like adding all these links to like websites and all those things in your book.
Yeah.
Now you cannot just add any link to your website. That's why it's advisable, even if you want to add any external thing, it's better you use a QR code.
Okay.
That use a QR code, and the QR code is the one that you link to your Amazon Auto Central page.
Okay.
Yes. So there's this website that can generate QR code easily. Once you just go there, make sure you just copy down the link of your Amazon Auto Central page, and then you go there and generate the QR code. Then you just download it like an image, whether JPEG or PNG. So when
Okay.
you are when you're formatting your manuscript, you can just include it in.
Just paste it there.
Yeah, just paste it in, and then you can add any write up, like let's say, to get access to other books that may have been written by the author. Scan
Okay.
the QR code below, and so once they order these books and then they scan those QR codes, to definitely direct them to your Amazon Ultra Central page, where they'll have access to other books that you must have published using the same pen.
Okay.
Because I feel that that's part of the mistakes that people make. They just go ahead to impute direct links, and Amazon, they don't accept you have putting external links in your book. You can put QR code, because QR code is safe.
Okay.
Don't use links, just use QR codes. And secondly, even if you are not using AI, for example, let's say you are not using AI to generate your content for, let's say you are publishing a book on diabetes, for example. Let's say you're just doing your normal website research, you're gathering information about diabetes and all. Definitely know that there are some reference texts. So you have to make sure that you remove those reference texts, because if you don't remove those reference texts, Amazon will know that okay, you copied these things from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And those reference texts again are part of the things that they do not allow publishers to add in their books, because when you see them, it's just as if you're trying to promote another website apart from Amazon, and
Okay.
they don't, yeah, they don't accept those things, and that's why you see that they might just block your book. and then they won't even tell you why they blocked your book. You just see your book blocked, and if you have
Hmm.
too many blocked books on your account, it will
Then
it will definitely lead to
termination
that.
is coming.
Yes, just know that termination is on its way. Sooner or later, they will terminate your account. And what
Okay.
else? I think for now, just have to make sure that you put those things in order. Just stay away from adding
Okay.
external
Are
things.
you? Let me ask one last question before we
Go
bring
ahead.
up another speaker. Do
Okay.
you support the use of AI? And if you do, I'm talking about chat. When I say AI here, I'm talking about
Yes.
Chat GPT. That's the one we are mostly familiar with. And if
Yes.
you do, what are the best practices to use in getting the best content from this AI when writing our evergreen books?
Hmm. Just like what Laura said earlier, you can apply his method by saying, okay, you want this content to be in a way that will connect with the emotions of your reader or something like that. So that way, AI, the ChatGPT that you're using will know how to generate content for you in a way that will connect with the customer.
Hmm.
The second thing you need to do again is, after getting this content from ChatGPT and paraphrasing them, you have to make sure you take your time to proofread, because
Hmm.
proofreading takes a lot of time and it's very boring. I know that that's what a lot of publishers don't do, because nobody has the time to be reading like a lot of content line by line.
Yeah.
Have that time, and it's very boring. Believe me, it's boring for me too. Sometimes I feel like that's why when I even generate my content and I paraphrase them, I just leave it to the next day before I start proofreading. And proofreading can
Hmm.
take like 2 or 3 days, because when you are proofreading, you see some mistakes there. You see even some
Definitely.
spelling errors and other things, and those are the things you need to like correct. So if you don't correct those things, definitely you have mistakes in the content inside your manuscript. And
Yeah.
if now, even if you upload the book, Amazon might not see these mistakes and the rest. But if customers buy your book, they can come back. They can come back and
Yes.
drop negative reviews.
Definitely. Yeah.
They will just
Absolutely
say,
right.
mm, definitely will drop reviews. And the kind of reviews that they drop is the kind of reviews that, even if customers, like future customers, come, if they see those kind of reviews, definitely they won't even buy it. And some of them might not
Yeah.
even buy it, and they'll just add their own negative review and go.
Yes, it's possible.
Yes, it's possible.
But
So
those reviews are called unverified reviews.
whether verified
Reviews
or
when the
unverified,
person did not buy the book, but
mm,
they can give review, they are
yes,
unverified.
yes. But whether it's a verified or unverified review,
Yes, yeah, it stays
you just
there.
have to make sure.
Definitely,
Just have to
yes.
make sure that you minimize the number of bad reviews that you have on your book, because
Yes,
if
you're
you're having
right.
a lot of bad reviews on your book, it will affect the pen name. And once it affects your pen name, that means you've automatically affected your brand. So other books
Yes.
that may have been published, even if they have positive reviews, it will start rubbing, it will start affecting those books also, because they'll start getting negative reviews too, and their
You
sales
see,
will
the,
suffer.
the thing is to buttress that one, if you have three positive reviews and one negative review, the negative review has more effect than the three positive
Definitely,
reviews. You know how?
definitely,
If
because
you if you the way it works is that if somebody comes and they read your reviews, you would see where they would there is a place where Amazon will say, was this review helpful? The person that has not even bought the book will either say yes or no. If you
yes,
check your book that has a bad review, you would see that one that they said that bad review will have a lot of yes
yes,
for being
because
helpful, meaning
the
that
thing is,
they've read it, that they read that review, and that alone made them take that decision not to buy the book,
yes, I know,
as against your 5-star reviews that you have.
yes.
So it's better to try and stay away from negative reviews.
And I know that that's what even competitors, like, let's say you are competing with other books, that is exactly the things you'll be looking after. You,
Mm-hmm.
let's say you are doing your own niche research, and then you see a good book that is performing very well. What you're going to do is just like we normally do. If you want to create a book that is better than that one, you are definitely going to have to look at the negative reviews to see, okay,
Yes, that's what you want to
where can you
capitalize
make
on to make their
improvements.
corrections in your own
Yes.
book.
So you can
Yes, I
say
get you.
that's how human beings are. We focus more on the negative part,
Yes,
like the
yeah,
negative
yeah.
reviews, so that we're able to use that to beat our
To
competition.
outshine, yes, yes, to
Yes,
beat
exactly.
competition.
And it's the same thing for
Yeah.
customers too. So once they go there, they don't care about the number of positive reviews that you have. They'll just go
They
to
would look for the yes. This
definitely
is
they'll go
this
to.
is really true.
So if it's something that is not is not something that is negligible, they won't buy your book, no matter the number
Yes.
of positive reviews that you have. That's why it's good to take your time to just do something that will sell for a long time. Not just something that will sell for a long time, something that will be giving you positive reviews, that will bring in positive reviews.
Okay, thank you very much, Mohammed. You've really
Um,
spoken well. I mean, I learned some things, and as you were talking, I was tweeting some things too.
yeah,
I learned some things from you, and if I'm going to do a short recap of what you've said, you were hitting on quality. You talked about the type of books we should not upload if we are doing the trend model,
yes,
talking about war, conflict, and all. We should
violence
not
and
upload
rest.
such books. And if we upload such books, Amazon is definitely going to come for that account. They will bring down the book and maybe it will even affect the account. You also
Exactly.
talked about making sure that our content for ChatGPT has emotions. Where if we are trying to prompt ChatGPT to give us the right content for our book, we should tell it to add some kind of emotions, stating how we want the reader to feel when they are reading the book or reading
Exactly.
that chapter. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate. Even though I gave you an impromptu invitation, you honored it. I really appreciate. Thank you very much.
You're
But please stay with us because people are going to ask questions. I have like 20 something question requests already. So
all right.
please, thank you very much, bro. So let's bring, we've had two guys now. Let's bring up a lady and we have Eniola. Eniola, our graphic designer. Are you here? Please unmute your mic and speak. Eniola, are you here? Yes. Okay. So unmute your mic and speak. So you're going to tell us because this content guideline does not require only the interior of the our books. It also talks about or it also hits on the our book cover designs too. When you talk about the contents, you're talking about everything that makes up the book entirely. So Eniola is going to be telling us how to get um pictures that we can use for. Eniola, you're welcome. You're welcome. I want to introduce you in so that everybody will know that we have the queen here, the graphic design queen. So she's going to tell us everything about having great covers, how we can get pictures that conform with Amazon KDP guidelines so that we're not be having issues in future. Eniola, thank you very much
Yeah.
for coming. You can now have the floor.
Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Good
First,
evening.
thank you for the honor to be here. I see my boss is here.
You're
Lawyer,
welcome.
lawyer, bank, and I'm honored to be one of the few ladies here. So today I'll be talking briefly about our covers and how they can also align with the guidelines of Amazon KDP.
I don't
So,
know. You're not loud. Can you just be a little bit audible?
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Don't shout, oh, don't shout. They'll not chase you out of the house. Yeah.
Right. So
Okay, I can hear you clearly now.
I'll be talking about briefly about our covers and how they can align with the latest guidelines. So,
Yeah.
Laura said, one thing I picked from what he said was research, which
Hmm.
also affects your designs. Most people, especially the people who have either done design for or done template for and checking back on what they have done, I see that they are so much in a hurry. They just want to do something and just put
Hmm.
it on put it on Amazon, move to the next book. No grief for anybody. So that in the name of no green for anybody with their plans, okay, I'm going to publish about 30 books this year. How will my cover be
This
taking
month,
this
yeah.
month rather? How will my cover be taking me 30 minutes to design?
Hmm.
Stuffs like that, they just do rubbish. Even after they buy my course, after I've repeated the same thing over and over and over again, when they now send their books, I'll ask why. Why are you doing this? So
Hmm.
your research and Many people ask me, Eniola, where do I get inspirations for specific books and so. And I think I highlighted that number one, Canva, especially if we are using Canva Premium. Canva Premium is a very good tool. And there is another app. There are other apps. Free Pix is there. Pixabay is there. These are apps that you can get books, images rather. Now I'm talking about the
Okay.
images. Now you can also get image
Okay.
from. There's an app called Image Search. Now this app gives you inspiration, especially image search. Now, when you want to design a cover, you
Okay.
have no idea of what you want to do. The first thing to do is your research, and you research on the types of books that are already current on that specific style. So you go to Amazon. I recommend always go to Amazon, search for books that are booming well, that are doing well, study their
Hmm.
covers. Now, it's not necessarily your cover is extraordinary great before it sells. That's not what Amazon is all about. Study these covers. In fact, you see some designs, some covers, you ask them, did they use juju to carry you? This cover is so useless and stuff like that. It's fine. So, what are you buying in it? Study the subtitle, it may be the subtitle. Study the title, it will be
Hmm.
the title. Now, if you there will definitely be something special on that cover that is making it to sell. You cannot add it to your own
Hmm.
knowledge so that you have a better leverage. But most people are
Hmm.
just so impatient and they just do anyhow they like. So I always recommend go to Amazon and do your research. Study the books that are not selling, even though they have fine covers. Study the ones that have fine covers and are selling. Study with the ones that are selling but don't have fine covers.
In fact, you know why I'm going to agree with what you just said. There was a time I was doing my research and I have a template for my covers for that particular account and the books I create on that account. But I now, when I was doing research, I now search dash diets. As I'm talking now, if you're on your laptop, search dash diets. I tell you that the first set of books you will see, they have similar covers
Yes,
and they are very attractive. So what I did was I now tried to change my own style and I created my own cover to look like their
exactly.
own covers. That was how I tap into the market too.
Yes, exactly. So some persons
Yeah, so
just
I agree with what you just said.
yeah,
If you're on your laptop, just check Dash Diet. You will see that all the covers on the front page they have the same pattern. Some of them even have the same color scheme.
exactly. So there's no need trying to speak in tongues and trying to get spiritual inspiration when you can just
Spiritual.
go to
Okay.
Amazon and this and with your Canva. Once you already have a template, that's why once you have a template that you are using, there's no need trying to get new inspiration because the message of the Lord
Hmm.
is new every day. So you want your own books to be new every day. So and study the font. No, sometimes it's just the font they use. Now sometimes when I do font, I do a template for you. You have given you the editable form. Some persons will still go and change that font. I'm like, why on it? And the font they now use is so dramatic and so rubbish.
It won't blend with the pattern of the
Exactly.
book.
So sometimes I'm like, I took my time, I studied, and I gave you this perfect font. Why don't you just edit the title and just leave the font like that? So some persons it's just their font that is their problem, and some persons is the color is like their second Joseph, coat of many colors. They just love color. That's why it's good to do, even if you have no idea. That's why it still boils down to research. Just go follow
Hmm.
who no road. That's the thing.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. From everything you've just said, you've given us great tips that can help us create very good and attractive covers that can help us increase our click-through rates and in turn increase our sales. Now, let's look at how to stay safe. what are the things we can do or we should avoid if we don't want Amazon to clamp down on our account? What are the bad things we can put in our covers that can make Amazon say, no, this is not what we want? You are going to be misleading
Yeah.
people. In general, what are the negative things that we should avoid if we are creating our book covers?
Okay. So if you are creating your book cover, there's this issue that Amazon used to have, especially if your title is outside the pink line when you use your calculator. So make sure that whatever content you are writing, some persons would give or write content that is as long as River Niger. Make make your content your title, right? Your title and your subtitle, let it be straight to the point. We just want to know what you are talking about. And don't let it cross
Okay.
the pink line. That's why
Okay.
the KDP calculator is there. So once it that's on your title, your subtitle. And you should also make sure that the images you are using, you edit them. Even if they are from Canva Premium, try to do something.
Okay.
Even
That's exactly what I want to hear.
yeah,
Okay.
try to do
Okay.
something.
I hope everyone is listening. Edit every image you get from anywhere. Okay.
If you know you are not too good with image, it's not compulsory to use image for your book to sell. There are beautiful books that you don't necessarily need images on, right? But if you want to, like me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
an image person. But if I make sure that everything there is, go to use Snapseed to edit, use Canva to edit. These are simple apps that you can just a little touch. Don't bleach the image, abeg. Just
Hmm.
a little touch. Some persons will bleach the image as if it's hypo. Just a little bit of editing that still retains the beauty. So these are the
Okay.
major things. Your author's name, ensure that it is not beyond the pink line. That pink line, that is why it's there. Some persons don't
Okay.
actually do it. And again, your spine. If you are going to write something on your spine, especially if you are
Okay.
doing paperback, please just
Yeah.
ensure that your title now is not touching the pink line. That's why you should always use the KDP will always ask
Cover calculator.
yes. Then your barcode,
Okay.
especially when you are doing your back cover, please also make sure your back cover is not too long, because sometimes some people will message me that they don't know what is wrong with their book and this, and I've checked everything, it's fine. But when I ask them to give me their back cover, I will see that the content is already reaching the side of the barcode, so it's
The
yes.
barcode. Yes. Yes. Amazon will reject that cover.
Yes, they will reject the cover. And again, so make sure that whatever, if you would like to write in at the back of your book, just make sure it's short, simple, straight to the point. Then another thing I noticed is that sometimes the size of the book, the overall size, someone came to me and told me that after she had used 6x9 and done the paperback, Amazon was still asking her to add 0.25 and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay.
Now when you are designing your book and you have those kind of instructions of adding 0.25, or just use your
Yeah.
calculator, press and
Hmm.
add it to either the ebook if you are doing only ebook, or if you are doing paperback, add it. Sometimes you don't understand why they say you've checked, just follow their instructions. Sometimes Amazon can be dramatic.
Okay.
So you have done all you think that is right. I had a book like that. I've done everything, and they still said add. I still add there. They still say add again. I'll just add in for them till they accepted the book at the end of the day.
Hmm.
So if they give
Hmm.
you follow it, and some persons when they reject their cover, they don't used to understand what they complain about. Study and understand it. You are not doing something else, so that they don't get angry and terminate your account or block your book. If you don't understand what they
Okay.
said, go and meet people. That's why you have, for each of your mentorship class, you should have groups. You can just ask, what do they mean? Sometimes I don't used to understand what they say, but I'm not too proud to say, okay, what are these people saying about this thing that,
You ask
yes.
questions.
So if they
Okay.
can follow these major guidelines, they should be fine. And again, sometimes color, it doesn't really affect.
Okay.
It is not a really a major this thing, but sometimes in terms of color, there are some colors that you can, especially the style at which you design your cover, it may be too similar to another person's book and it's
Okay.
almost the same. There are times that
Hmm.
Amazon will reject your cover because they'll feel that you are copying exactly. So even if you
Mm-hmm.
are doing, you are
Yeah.
getting inspiration and you want to change a few things, you may need to change, sometimes just change the color. It may just be that is that color that would frustrate the cover. So sometimes when I want to
Okay.
study a book, sometimes, not all the time, it's either if I'm not changing the color, I'm changing the style of the pattern I'm using to design. If I'm not changing the
Okay.
pattern, I will change the color. So something must change by force by fire.
Okay.
So
Okay.
basically, those are the points.
Okay. Eniola, thank you very much. I really appreciate. In fact, I also gave you an impromptu call and you honored it. I appreciate. And from everything you've said, you talked about research, how we should research, and if we want to base our research, we should base it. We should go to Canva to get
Yeah.
inspiration. Go to Pinterest to get inspiration. Go to, you talked about one app again. Sorry,
Image
remind
search.
me.
That's actually
Image
the
search. You go
first.
Okay, okay. Image
Yeah.
search to get inspiration. And then you say we
Amazon.
should always edit all pictures we get from anywhere before we use them.
Yes.
And we should also make sure that all our content does not cross the line, the orange line on Amazon cover um, interface. Thank you very much. Please stay on because you are going to get questions and you will need to answer them for us.
My pleasure. Sir.
So Ima, Messi Oye go talk last for here because na him be the boss. So let's have Ima Bams. But before Ima Bams come online, I want to honor my bosses here. I'm seeing Uncle Finger and I saw Abraham. I hope he's still here. I want them to give us a 5 minutes talk. Normally, I didn't want them to come on here to talk, but since they are here, I really appreciate them coming on because I didn't even invite them specially. I'm keeping them for another bigger cause. So, bosses, please, I want you guys to come and tell us one or two things about what you think about the ongoing, the new Amazon KDP guideline that is putting all of us on the hot seat. So please, Uncle Fenga, please just tell us one or two things for 5 minutes because this space no concern you. Now the KDP crusade I won't use you for. So just tell us one or two things about the ongoing guidelines. And I'm doing this because it affects you a lot. It affects you in the sense that you were the pioneer, you were the one that brought the hybrid model, which is the workbook model. And this new guideline affects the workbook model a lot. So I wanted to just say one or two things and how we should stay safe on that model. Uncle Fenga, are you there? I can't even find Uncle Fenga again. Okay, okay, he's here. Boss, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, pending when he comes. I think he's not online. Pending when he comes back online, let's have Emma Bams tell us because I know Emma Bams. In fact, it was Emma Bams' course that I first gained access to for the hybrid and summary model. So I really want him to tell us how we can stay safe. And in his course, he said it, he mentioned it that we should stick to Amazon guidelines and everything we need to do to stay safe on the workbook niche. That's why when people come and they tell me they want to start workbook, I will say, see, go learn this thing well. If you terminate your account if you make one small mistake. The first time I uploaded the workbook, I made a mistake. The mistake was that I was supposed to put it in only the US marketplace. I now left it in the all territories or more. I immediately like I hit the publish button I just remember say, God, what I do so? If they ban this account, it go pay me. Oh. Somebody did it, and the person's account got suspended. So I was just waiting. I was just monitoring it. Say, once this thing go live, I'm making this edit immediately. And immediately the book was approved, I quickly did the correction and I changed it to only the US. Now some people don't even know this. They'll just go straight and publish workbook, and then they come back and say their account was terminated. So Ima Bams, are you there? Please just wave. I've been trying to look for you. I can't see. Okay, I've seen Ima Bams. Okay. Boss, you're welcome. Thanks for honoring in the midst of being the class rep, school stress, and all. You still honored this invitation. Thank you very much, boss. You can now unmute your mic and speak. Emma, are you there? Emmanuel.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, boss. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir.
Yep.
All right, good evening,
Amen.
everyone, and to all our leaders and our speakers. Thank you so much. God bless you all. And to Egbo, thank you so much. God bless you, sir. All right, let's get started.
Yeah.
Now, the whole situation that has turned everyone. I mean, a lot of people started panicking that this and that and this, a whole lot of stories. Some people said quality over quantity. Everybody was just talking because it is kind of very painful. All right. But the thing is, the major problem I see in Nigerians is that Nigerians are not a patient publishers. And number one is that we really don't see KDP from the lens of being a business, because if you are
Hmm.
doing a business with somebody, you should be familiar with their terms and conditions, because terms and conditions are what keep you in a relationship with a particular side, a particular company,
Hmm.
and even a particular person. Now, you have been an independent publisher on Amazon for good 2 years, and you are not even familiar that Amazon changes their updates almost every year. In that sense, you are still not in business. You are just a person who comes and use the site and go. For example, if this new update, if somebody did not see it, I guess that 90% of independent publishers will not even know about this, because generally Africans, we don't read at all. Just a few of us read. Now, going to the problems that is already on ground now. Last year, I held a very serious Telegram discussion with some of my people, and I told them a very bitter truth that in 2024, learn to be an author. Don't see yourself as just somebody who's just writing with ChatGPT and you dump your book there. I told them vividly that in 2024, if there is anything you want to learn about KDP, learn to be an author. Learn to use your brain, learn to use your eyes, learn to use every material that is available for you to become better and the best. Now, the problem we have, according to Amazon stating the problem when they said disappointed content, they said that content that is short, especially when it comes to summary, majority of us, we have content that is short. Even if it is short, if it is readable, if it is understandable, it is better. But majority of the content people put on that platform is not understandable. Imagine the pictures that was flying around yesterday, where somebody map of Belarus or something like that, that the person said AI kinikon kinikon. It is impatient. We have a lot of impatience to the extent that people don't, you see, until you focus on your motive of why you are making money on Amazon, you just be making peanuts. I tell you, you'll be making 200, 150, 50. That's all you'll be making, until you start to see yourself as a reasonable author, a person who is big, a person who has sense, a person who has a vision of what you are doing with this site. Until you do all these things, you will not become a big author on Amazon. Because This thing that we are talking about, a lot of us, we were once, some of us, we were once in these shoes. And I cannot put the blames on Nigerians alone. There are a lot of unseen people, people that we don't even know. They just heard somebody talk about Amazon, they opened an account, ask questions up and down, and they do what they know. There are some people, they don't have course or they don't have courses, they just use their brain. These are the people that contribute to the economy of Amazon. These are the people that contribute to the level of the bad happenstance at this phase now. Amazon also said that content that does not provide an enjoyable reading experience. Imagine you are reading a book, you wrote the book with ChatGTP, you don't learn prompt engineering, you don't know how to fix words together, you don't know the tone of a self-help book, you don't know how to set up a tone for a cookbook. All these things combined together, they are the one causing disappointing content. A cookbook has its tone, summary book has its tone, you are writing self-help book, it has its own tone. You don't just use ChatGTP anyhow. We have said this thing time and over, but it seems that people sees this ChatGTP as a very quick way to do everything they want to do. We need to be patient, we need to learn how to write. The moment you started making money on Amazon, the first thing you should do is, I have said it many a times to my student, that always buy books, read books, see how they format the book, see how the person use the tone, see how this person construct his or her word. You can do all these things even if you don't know how to write. ChatGPT will help you, and always put yourself into practice. That way you will become a perfect author. Now people see your earnings, they say, I want to be like you, boss. I want to enroll under your mentorship. I want to do like this. I want to do like this. All these things, they take years of sacrifices, years of learning. There is an untapped niche that I am currently doing on Amazon. I am not sure if Nigerians are there, maybe 35% of us. Because you cannot do it anyhow with ChatGPT. They will send you away. They will terminate your account. I have two accounts, managing them. They have no termination, no suspension. Why? Because you have to always take your time to grow. There's this unhealthy competition in Nigeria. Oh, this person has done this book, this person is making this book, I have to start this, I have to do this, I have to do this. We are the one putting ourselves into these troubles, and now we are the ones suffering the troubles. We are our own problem, because you don't want to calm down to learn, you don't want to take time to do all these things. You can generate your summary content from YouTube. Like I said, not everything your tutor will teach you. The moment you've gotten the course, take your time to go through a moment of creativity, go through a moment of help yourself. Think, always learn to think. That is one of the characteristics of a good author. Thinking, creativity. It is not everything you copy on the where is this site, Goodreads. You copy everything. You cannot combine words together. Your sentence structure, there is no punctuation, there is no nothing, everything all together. You just stop everything, no full stop in your book. These are the things causing the problem, and people can now see that even the people are illiterate. They can now decipher that, who are these people writing all this nonsense for them? Because if you look at summary niche now, if a book was released yesterday, today you would have seen up to 25 summaries. Where did they get the content? You cannot download the original book and do it manually. People just go to any site, copy it. There's no punctuation. You cannot even use ChatGPT to modify your content. All these things are what we are not
See,
doing.
it's really bad.
We
Like
are
it
our
hurts.
own problem, and because the thing is, because of this unhealthy competition, unhealthy visions. Oh, me too, I want to start making money, I want to start doing this. If somebody come and tell me that, please sir, I want to leave my job for KDP, please think about it very well, because there are a lot of things you will need to know before you can start earning huge on Amazon. Over the years, I started KDP in 2020, and officially I started back in 2022. And within the range of those years, I have learnt a lot. I took my time, reasoning. Okay, there's this site I always get book, PDF drive. When Before the era of this AI, artificial intelligence, I go to PDF drive, I download the book. Okay, this is what I can pick out from this book. Pick it from there. This is what I can pick from Google. Fact check your 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 content. The people you are writing to, they are not draft, they are not olodo. The people you are writing to, they are white people. They can reason, they know how a person can sound, they know the tone of a person. Already you are sounding like ChatGPT, the tapestry of the hustling and bustling of this and that. All these things, they are contributions to the problem why these people complained about disappointing content. Another thing they said there is bonus content that appears before a book primary content. You want to put bonus in your book, you want to use QR code to put audible audio books, the likes, map and everything. Amazon now said it that in their rule, they don't want, you should not put your bonus before the primary content. Now, the reason people are doing this is because they want to build their email marketing system. They want people to get familiar with them. They want to do this and they want to do that. Amazon now said it that if you are giving any bonus in your book, it should not be before the primary content. It should be below. It should be below at the end of your book. When we listen to instructions, we will grow fast. When it comes to workbook, every courses I got, um Mr. Chisholm, Mr. Ndukalu, they have a very great course. I learned from them. They said this thing over and over. Do not create a companion book, summary book, analysis book, study guide book, what again do we have? Workbook on a book that is on pre-order. It is part of Amazon's terms and conditions. But some people see it as a way of cheating the system. They just go through the corners and make money. It is nonsense. You are not an author. You are a
Hmm.
scammer. Anybody that cannot follow instruction of a particular site, you are a scammer. You are defrauding people. Amazon said it. They did not say you should not create this companion book. There are ways to win. You can win the workbook system. It is oversaturated, yes, but you can win it with your pricing strategy. You can win it with A plus content. You can win it with a lot of strategies if you know how to. But these people, they see the only system they see as the system they can use to win is to now make books on those pre-order books. And how would you feel? Put yourself in the owner of the book. The owner might, maybe the owner self, the person never gets money from the book. You don't dey cash out, you don't see you don't see, you are a
Yes, it's
scammer.
painful
They
now.
will report them because they are not using ChatGPT. Even if they are using ChatGPT, they are the owner of their work, and their work is, you are demeaning their influence, you are demeaning their research, everything they have done to put that book together. So this way of people should listen to instruction, it is very hard for Nigerians. That is why we are almost the one, we blame ourselves because we know ourselves. We know that Nigerians are capable of doing this. Do not publish pre-order, do not make workbook on pre-order books. People will not listen. There was a time when I learned summary, I was told that you should not add any image on your cover, so that it should look like a summary. The cover should be plain. If you see people now, some people will design as if they are doing evergreen books. It is all these things. Obedience kills faster. Disobedience kills faster. When you are disobedient to a particular authority that is feeding you, you are disobedient to them, they will cut you off. And that is what Amazon is doing. They don't send you. They have already people. We are the one that is doing career luala. This thing is enough for everybody. I
Emma, I
work
beg,
in
don't kill me.
I did the workbook things, I did summary, I did a lot of it. There are some things that I just sit down, discover it myself. That's why a lot of people have been coming to me, what is PDMS, what is CMS? I had to start giving them acronyms so that you people will not go and do what is not right, and they will
Hmm.
dismantle everything you have been building.
Yes.
These things is based on listening to agreement. When you are working with somebody, be familiar with the agreement, be familiar with the system. Don't add anything to your cover. Listen, always learn. Don't add anything to your cover. Fine, do it. If the place is saturated, there are ways you can win the market. People don't want to think legally. Everything in our head is, how can I just make the money? Like, our motive as Nigerians on Amazon is not pure. We just see it as a means of showing people that yes, I have money. Yes, I am earning on the internet. I am doing this. I am doing that. You have to be. Well, everybody should go and learn how to be an author. Not everything that people are just compiling content from ChatGPT, do everything, but do bass boost and wuru wuru to the answer. It's not right. There are statistics that you can put in your book. You need to fact check them on Google. There are quotes you need to put in your book. You can check everything on Google. The problem is patience. Another problem is ignorance.
Hmm.
And if ignorance is getting at extreme, they will just ban us. We can see that there's no OTP sent to our country number again.
As in, that has been my greatest fear. Oh.
They can perceive that these people they are disturbing their system, and when you disturb their system because you make Amazon lose their own authority too, they will cut
Hmm.
you off. So when you are publishing summary books, learn there are many ways to win the market. Publish in the US territory alone. But I think eventually people don't read terms and conditions.
Hmm.
And that's why a lot of them they get their account terminated. Oh, I didn't know what I do. How do you know? You will not study terms and conditions. You did not listen to the person you bought the course from. They tell you that stay in this place, do this and that. You won't listen. Check for trademark.
You
You
see,
know
my
go
problem is
listen.
always when people go out of their course to do their own will. Like I said, I pointed out this afternoon. I was saying that I know your course, I did your course, I did Chisom course, I know Uncle Fenga course. These three courses stated it out plain and very clear that please do not create workbooks or summary books for books on pre-order. My brother, sometimes you will see books that is to be launched next month and you will see like 10 workbooks already. I will just
Yes.
open mouth, dey look my laptop like, shey I no know what I dey do ni, abi wetin dey, shey
They,
na me no
they
get sense ni.
the scamming method, and it is really bad. It is demeaning of us. And lastly, Amazon said that because I wrote the whole stuff down. And before we conclude that workbook is not this, workbook is not, they said you can still publish it. But
Yeah.
one thing we are going to do,
That's why I
they
want.
said,
That's exactly what I wanted to address.
yeah, they said I saw somebody's picture this night. He was chatting with Amazon. Amazon said that they still need to remove some workbooks. It's just as if that Amazon was created for workbook alone. And the truth is, even some of these workbooks, they don't contain true facts. You can always think of getting content, think outside the box. You can just go to YouTube, text the book, reviews of this book from people who have read the book. All these
You
things,
will get things that you can use for the workbook from there.
definitely you will get more than enough.
Yeah. I hope you
Some
guys are
people,
following workbook writers. You see now,
some
you don't
people,
learn
they
something this night. So
some people they always go extreme too far. They will help you list the chapter one summary, the chapter two, the chapter
wow,
three.
wow. On
When you
YouTube,
just
right?
yes, on YouTube, all these things are
Wow,
there. There are a lot of
this is awesome.
YouTubers that always review books. That is their own purpose. They don't do anything.
Hmm.
They are YouTube.
Hmm.
They only come and review a book. If you go to Atomic Habit on YouTube, you will see a lot of people's review, people's talk. You
Under
can
the
make
comment section, right?
yes, you can make your summary content. You can gather it from there. You can go to
Hmm.
Amazon's review itself, add it. The purpose of a summary is to give clarification to the book that oh this book this is what the author emphasized that this
Mm-hmm.
and this and that. It should be precise and accurate and correct.
Hmm.
Before I started winning on summary, I had done a number of summaries that is either they give it 2 star, 1 star, a lot of so I was not feeling good. And one thing about me is I hate termination. I don't even want it. I don't want it at all. So
It's
I go just stop say okay wetin dey sup for dis thing, how can I do dis thing? So person go just dey think. Sometimes I even ask ChatGPT some stupid questions, where can I get this and that? So to sit down to think, if you see it as a business you will not do wuruwuru to the answer. If you see it as
hmm.
something that is helping your life, you will sit down and do what is right. Like I said, what a number of us need to do this year is we should learn how to become an author. Go and read books. Yeah, and you read books yourself, you will see how people format their books. You will see the layout people use for their book.
Hmm.
You will see the tones of what they use. You will see how they input stories into their book, especially
Hmm.
by writing self-help. Like I said, you cannot be writing a self-help book without adding a touch of story. It's nonsense. You just write in the
Yes, now it will not
tapestry
make
of
sense.
in the
It will not
tapestry
make
of
sense at
the
all.
puzzling of this and that and that, this and this. It is not people
If you
can
are writing
decipher.
about how to curb procrastination, tell us a story of how you were able to curb your own procrastination.
Yes, all these things should be added.
and Amazon said that content that is excessively reused,
Hmm.
people
Okay.
who don't people who don't know about prompt engineering, ChatGPT might be repeating the same thing for them and using
Okay.
keyboard. I
Okay.
don't Keyboard is not even a good tool to use again, because keyboard will tweak your English anyhow. It is better to go for Retexter AI, the one Aye Junior Abraham has, if you don't have
Okay.
it. But if you are very good with prompt engineering, there are books that you sef you go write, you go dey feel yourself say shey na me dey write dis book. You
Hmm.
go feel am say dis book is top notch, e go sell. I did one self-help book about, I did it in November. Eniola designed the cover for me, and you need to give it time. Some books takes time for their visibility.
Okay.
Some books they don't appear on Amazon anyhow. There's one thing I did one time. I did one book, and the book I discovered that the keyword I used was not good enough. Maybe it was not good, or maybe the keyword was not popular. So every day on Amazon, I'll call my friends, start searching for this keyword. Automatically, them searching for the keyword, Amazon is they are in their system. It is
Yes,
already
registering
connecting with
it
their system
as,
so that
oh,
the
people are
keyword
searching for it.
might be popular.
Yes.
There are a lot of strategies you can use. So
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
everybody today we try to search for this particular keyword on Amazon. We tried it for like 6 to 7 times. Another hour we tried it, trying to do this and that. So at some point the book just got visibility
Hmm.
at some point, and it started selling. So the purpose of my exhortation this evening is that learn to become an author. If you are writing travel guides, download books on travel guides, see what is inside, and Z
Hmm.
library is good for you. I was doing one travel guide one time, because somebody who I work with told me that this thing is selling. I said, let me give it a try. All right. So when I was using ChatGPT, I was not too comfortable with what ChatGPT was giving me. I went to Z library. I downloaded one of these popular guys travel guide. When I saw that I could not compete with this person, it's not you cannot compete with everybody on Amazon.
Yes,
When I
now you
saw
can
that,
leave the niche. You see, exactly. When I saw that I couldn't compete, I couldn't really compete in the. Let me tell you something. On one of my accounts, my best-selling book last month is a workbook. I'll even tell you guys the name. It's a workbook on clear thinking. My best-selling book last month on that account is workbook for clear thinking. So I had to leave the workbook niche because I don't say na boss is there. I don't fit compete with them. I just leave the niche.
is
So
that
you
bad
cannot
than
just like what Ima is saying, you cannot be the boss everywhere. You can hold one particular place and be the boss there, then leave other places for other people.
yes, as I see say the travel guy, e come hard for me. I no know where to. I can't start racking my brain to get pictures. I left it, I abandoned it. There are a lot of niches you can do on Amazon, but you just need to take your time, study, think, and ask questions. If you have anybody, you have friends, you have an accountability partner, you can ask this and this. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm doing. This is lately I and Ife, we've been talking. Okay, this is that. Okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Some people, their motive is not all right. Their motive is just to, because they saw that Mohammed Soni is making $45,000 a year, and they think that the next thing is that they will start asking, but which niche?
Yeah, as in, I don't want to tell you. I did tell them say all niche they sell, I beg.
All niche are selling. In fact, self-help book just did a very crazy wonder that I never experienced before. So
Hmm.
for me, anything can sell on Amazon. You just have to come with quality and come with a sense of you being an author. You are an author. You are not just a wuru wuru. Don't do it because you are looking
Mm-hmm.
for. So I started creating, taking my time. Okay, I'll just call Eniola. She's my very paddy. Okay, guy, Alpha, just we need A+ content for this thing, and she will provide it. We'll do it, and that one is set already. You see, quality is so good that when you have quality, people can feel quality. They know
Hmm.
that this is good. When you buy a fake product, you yourself go know say this one na fake product. And there is
Hmm.
something happening on companion book, especially workbook. There are some set of guys that all they do is they when you have spent over $50 on Amazon ads, you can give a book reviews, especially if
Yes.
that book
Yes.
is on Kindle Unlimited. So what this guy do is this. workbook publisher, they will use their Kindle, they will set their Kindle to Kindle Unlimited, that is KDP Select. And these
Mm-hmm.
people who are big authors, I don't know them and I don't want to mention names. I don't want to, assumption is the height of ignorance. I don't want to say anybody. These people, what they do is, because they can review any book that is on free promotion, they will start giving bad reviews. They will tell you that this book is not even related to the book. So you can order this. I got the best book from this person. They are trying to
Hmm.
use
It
your own
happens to. I
review
have that. I have the first hand experience too.
they are trying to use your own review box to advertise their own book. So it has now
Yes.
become, the competition there is now very severe to the extent that these guys are everywhere. Even if you have a good workbook, they will come there to, and once a book has 1 star, people are not interested in it. So
Yes.
this
No.
book, it is a lot of crazy stuff. And when all these things are happening, just take your time, relax, everything will go. So moving forward, what should we do? Everybody should go back, go and learn how to think, go and become an author. It is very, very, very important. Go and learn how to use words. Go and learn how to write. Go and learn how to modify text with ChatGTP. It is not the one that will say, "Oh yeah, oh, write me," all these things. So moving forward, please, all we can do is, we cannot, if we start throwing blames, I'm very sure that the blaming game and the blaming system will not even work out for us. What we should do is, let's go back to our learning space. Let us learn like a new. I did something in December that after I published 30 books in November, somebody asked me that, is this thing even possible? This thing is based on level of expertise and your level of how well you have spent with Amazon KDP. You know what
Hmm.
is right for you. You are a person who can learn. That is why when somebody sent me that template last year, I took it for myself. I'm doing this. Anybody that wants to join, is your free choice, because I know that I am capable. I have the space. If there's no
Hmm.
light, we have the electricity supply, artificial, that will supply us light. All these things, they are set. I have every materials ready for me, so I can do this thing at ease without even
Hmm.
standing up from where I am. All right.
Hmm.
So moving forward, let us provide quality. When you have quality, they will not send you away.
Hmm.
And if one niche is too saturated for you that you are thinking of now just doing anything, try another niche. All you just need to, in fact, when I was studying one niche last week, I discovered a lot of things by looking inside of some those big people's book. Oh, this is this thing. This is, in fact, reading, having, doing a sneak peeking on some people's book, you would have enough ideas of what you are doing. And those people that are doing biographies, there's this woman, Savannah Godfrey or something like that. She reported something that people are taking her name, people who don't know much about her, people are doing all sort of nonsense. And the last content here says that content that is excessively reused, recycled, or repeated within across books,
Hmm.
especially for summary, we repeat a lot of, when you repeat too much content, when you have the same content over and over and over, these customers will get angry, and already they will leave Amazon, they will go to Kobo Writing Live, or they go to Apple Publishing. So
Yes,
moving
and that's what
forward,
Amazon does not want. Like, for example, I don't know if I'm going to get this right. Let's say a person has the person buys three different dash diet cookbooks, and there are similar recipes on the three of them.
yes sir.
That's what it means, right?
No, it means that what Amazon said last, they said content that is excessively reused, recycled, or repeated across books.
Okay.
Now, if somebody should generate a cookbook recipes from Amazon, Amazon has a way of, they have their order of putting it. Maybe it is cookbook recipes, description, benefits, cooking time, what again, instructions. If everybody is using it like that with the same information, Amazon system can read what we don't know. They have their system of which they use for all these calculations. We cannot just be thinking with our own head that ìwé tèmi kù ti lọ, my own book has gone, I don't know about other persons. So we should always modify whatever thing ChatGPT has given you, modify it. That's why you need to buy books, so that you can learn how to do modification of words and modification of text. So moving forward, let us then to generate quality content. Use YouTube, go to sites. There are a lot of sites you can open. You will see a lot of content there, hidden content. And for those people that are doing travel guides, you guys should be careful. Everybody should even be careful, because I saw one book flying up yesterday that I am AI chat GTP, I do not generate you
Yes, yes, yes,
that.
yes.
That is another problem that I said. Patience is also another problem. Learn how to proofread your book.
Mm-hmm.
You can pay people to help you proofread. Some of us don't like reading our content ourselves. You can give your friend that is a genius or your friend that knows about these things. You can pay them, but people no one pay. If your friend call it for you 5K, you go say, "Oh, boss, it's too much." So there are things that you need to sacrifice when it comes to this business. This business is beyond what you just do wuru wuru to the answer. All right. This business has generated, I mean, 10,000, 15,000, 25, and you yourself, you can become better. See it as a business. If
Hmm.
you are a teacher, you are teaching students rubbish, they will send you away. That's why Amazon is sending many of
Definitely.
us away now. They've sent us packing. Where are we going? Are you going to Kobo? Kobo started terminating people's accounts. In fact, Kobo
Yes, now.
terminated one of my accounts. The account has thousands of dollars there. And what I did
Hmm.
was, one day after I finished my exam, I felt like all this my book that I did not publish on Kobo, let me put it on Amazon. Let me put it on Kobo. So I published about 15 books back to back that day. That's the next morning when I logged into the say sorry, we have deactivated your account. Message can you come for? I did not even go there. I said,
Hmm.
oh, I knew inside of me that this thing I'm doing is spamming. All right, we should not spam Amazon. We can see that last year they brought the new update because the spamming was very much. I was even part of the people who spammed Amazon in 2022. I was publishing back to back. When there's no work, we were on strike and doing all these things. So they updated the
Mm-hmm.
account that you can only publish 3 books a day. So all these
Yes.
things we continue to happen when we become problems in their on their neck. So moving forward, quality, let's choose quality content. Always proofread your book. If you need to pay people for this, make sure you pay them and they will deliver to you. All right. Designing your book cover, as rightly as Eniola said, Eniola can help you. Mr. Waris can help you. We have the Effulgence. We have a lot of people who can help you make your cover. And when you give them jobs, please do not mark on loju. Do not say, "Oh, please do quick, do quick." They
Mm-hmm.
can also make it.
Give them time
They are
to
not.
deliver the best for you.
Just give them time because we in our head we have perceived the competition in our head that if I put this book there before this book go live, before this book start making money, this and that. So let us clear our head of all this unhealthy competition. Focus on yourself, focus on your growth, and then any niche you want to focus on, please learn, take your time. You can download books about that niche on Amazon, on Google if it is available. So you can go through it and see the likely content, the likely words that people use and how those books are being made. You cannot just use your head to make any book. The same way you do evergreen books for self-help, it's not the same way you would do for cookbook. They have dimensions. And Amazon has not said that you should stop publishing summary books or workbook. In my own, according to the way I understood the English. Now, yesterday I told some of them that I started saying, "Oh, I want to cancel it, they've banned it." I said, "This thing is English. Everybody should go and read it." Because that English itself, it is somehow. They said excessive one thing only guide to something or something like that. So let's take time to observe. What I'm still doing now is observation. I've not
Okay.
I've not published anything. In fact, I was trying to even publish standalone workbook just to test run something. But I need to observe the safety of our account is important. And even if Amazon said that you cannot publish workbook again, that is not the end. It's an opportunity for you to
Mm-hmm.
learn. It's an opportunity for you to expand your wings. And I want to say to Uncle Fenga on behalf of everybody doing workbook, I am apologizing on behalf of everybody that we are sorry because truly people bastardize this update and we don't know who we are going to hold. Person wey do bad book we no tell you say na bad book e do. E go just tell you say
Yes,
e no
now.
see sale. Please boss, I no see sale, I no see this, I no see this, and stop using author's name in your 7 backend keyword. Don't use it. And moving forward, your description always sound humanly. Stop sounding like artificial AI. Stop sounding like robot. If you are doing evergreen, make your title should be simple, clear, and easy to understand. And another thing is make your content readable and understandable. ChatGPT will give you too much of grammar, tapestry, buzzing, hustling. You can always like Mr. Laura said that always add emotions. If you are writing chapter one, if chapter one you are sounding very agitated, in your chapter two you can sound emotional. How when you are talking about different kind of things, there are different mood for everything. So let us do all these things. And for now, what I just have to say is, to me, according to the way I read what Amazon sent, my own understanding, they have not stopped people from publishing workbook. They only said that once you have an engaging reading experience, you can go ahead. And how can you do that? Is by publishing quality content. Go to YouTube, make a lot of research about the book, and don't join any competition. When somebody tells you that he's doing 30 days marathon, you wasting no sabi how to format book. You
God go
won't join.
bless this guy. You said, then God will bless you for me. I was
No
even
carry
looking to
body
buttress
join.
it.
So if you see somebody, respect their opinion, respect their decision. What you know that you cannot do, don't do it. And God will
Mm.
help us in Jesus'
Amen.
mighty name. I want to thank everybody,
Amen.
and
In
the Lord
fact,
will help us in this journey. You know, go tire us, and we will not be at the loose end. Thank you so much
amen.
for this huge honor. The Lord bless you, mighty in
As
Jesus.
in, I think we should just close this space. Ima has said everything. I know that anybody will get question for mine. Ima don't answer your question. I don't care what question you have. Ima don't answer what, because the way he said everything, he said everything I had in mind and everything I've been hearing for the past some hours since Amazon dropped that new content guideline. Ima has answered your question. You might not take any question again because time don't even go. I don't care what you want to ask. Ima don't answer the question. Emmanuel, thank you very much. I really appreciate. In the next 10 minutes, let us bring, because time don't go already. Even myself now. Make I no talk. I dey hungry oh, but make I no talk. So let's bring Monsieur here to in 10 minutes tell us everything about content guidelines, not just on Amazon, on how to generate great content, the importance of generating great content, and how we should use it to effect great books on Amazon. Monsieur, my oga, my boss, Baba of them all. This guy call me, he call me which day? Omo, for like 1 hour, Monsieur they give me inspiration. Boss, please unmute your mic and give us your input. Monsieur, are you there?
Then give me mic. People they laugh. Wetin be this? I be comedian.
You be boss now. Boss now, always
I
boss
beg.
now.
Funny enough, so I'll be a speaker where I have all my bosses here because I think I virtually have all their courses. Everybody. Thank you, thank you,
Only
thank you,
my
thank
course
you,
you no
thank you.
get.
So,
Yeah.
number one, I think we need to. We're not throwing stone at anybody, but I won't talk the one way first eat me well. Yes, now. So, um, okay, let me give this scenario. So I published two books last week, and then one was a workbook, not a companion, just a standalone workbook, and one was a workbook for a already published work. So they blocked the two books, right? And then I'm like, this standalone book, I paid my writer to actually do the book. Now, I sent them an email. They told me they were not going to reverse their decision. I sent them another email again. Now,
You get mind though.
yes, because I was sure of what I did. Now,
Hmm.
yes, but I spent money. Oh, maybe I said, okay, I designed the cover myself too. Now, to cut the long story short, we were exchanging mails like 3 to 4 times. And
You and
yes, by
Amazon.
God's grace.
Hmm.
Wait now, because all these
Okay.
things, these things that people say in courses, these things that gurus talk about, they are from experiments. They try things. So I wanted to see what would come of it I because I have Grammarly Premium. I checked the content. I checked everything. So they now sent. So after exchanging like 4 to 5 emails, they now told me, "Congratulations! After careful review of the," I see. Which be this nonsense? They shall publish the book.
Just imagine you've given up at the first
Yeah,
instance.
and the reason why I didn't give up was because I was so sure. Because far from me
Mm-hmm.
being a publisher
Again.
on KDP, I've been a ghostwriter for a lot of best-selling authors on Amazon, like 5, 6, 7
Agba.
years ago.
We know
You know,
you. We know you. No worry.
let me just round it off like that because people won't sleep. Now, see,
Yes, now.
people need to understand how to use AI. Hmm? And Emma Bams talked about, and Laura, my oga, Laura no dey tire for me. God will bless everybody here. So prompt engineering. See, let me just give us a short way to go about AI. It's not complicated. This whole thing of prompt engineering is not. Don't take it as a buzzword. Don't take it as a very big word. Now, most of us we know how we talk to our girlfriends, right? And for married people, we know how to talk to our wives and our husbands. For midnight now, so that's the same way you talk to
Why you don't start to
ChatGPT.
wait till carry midnight wife husband and wife talk enter content
That
creation,
make it very
content
reasonable now.
writing.
So for instance, now because the topic we are writing on, a lot of people want to work on that topic too, and a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
Nigerians, we don't think outside the box. I'm not sorry to say this because I've seen it happen a lot of times because my students do it a lot. So the same way, the same approach you want to to use for to use on ChatGPT, another person is also having that basic you know
Hmm.
approach. So
That
you
basic
don't want to
prompt.
be basic because you will never be unique if you are basic. And I
Hmm.
always tell my students, if you are not crazy, you are not doing something different. I mean, everybody that bought the same course will virtually do the same thing. And if you are doing the
Yes,
same thing, you get the same
exactly.
result. So you want to be different.
I mean, just remember the first time I dropped 10 templates, I could just see the same exact
Make
template.
them they pay.
The only thing they would change that their author
I
name.
dey see all of them for
More
feed
the thief.
now.
I don't even want to do more self because man.
So
ah,
what am I saying? What I'm saying is now, for instance, you want to write about I don't do travel guides, I don't do it at all. Okay, let's say you want to do maybe self-help. Hmm? Now, and then you want to target a particular audience. Laura mentioned something like that. Now,
Messenger, are you
yes,
there?
I'm there. I'm there.
See now my network going.
Please, if you can hear me, please signify.
Laura, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Lega Naira.
Eniola, can anyone hear me? Damn.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear
Yes, I
you.
can
Yes,
hear you.
I can
I can hear
hear
you.
Okay, I think it's Messenger's
No, I can
network
also
that
hear
Can you
is
you.
guys
bad.
hear me?
No,
Yes.
I can hear all of you. Like
network is good
I can
though.
hear everybody. So
Okay.
Eniola, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I think it's Messenger's network that is
Oh,
bad.
man.
Laura,
His
are you
network
there?
is fine
I
here.
can hear
Oh.
both
I can hear
Johnson. I can
you.
also
Okay, you
hear.
can hear Messioye.
Yeah.
I dey hear all of you, Sha.
So as I was saying, let's just you want to write about you want to write on
Mohammed, are
a
you there?
self-help topic, all right? Now and then you are targeting a particular
Shouldn't my network mess up like this?
you are targeting a particular audience. Now you need to state it because now there was a time I was writing a book about for teens. I told ChatGPT to generate something for me. I was specific. I can use 3-4 lines to prompt ChatGPT,
Laura,
and then I will tell you to please.
I
Can you
can hear
guys hear
you.
me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Laura, can
I
you
can
hear
hear you,
me?
boss.
Laura, can you hear me?
I
Oh,
can hear you, Johnson.
Yes, I
Oh,
can
okay,
hear you. I
boss.
can hear you.
oh, when space almost ends safe.
I think we will still have
Everybody.
a
Oh.
better time to talk, sha,
Why
so that
now?
everybody will.
Mohammed, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Leganara, we can hear you now.
If you can hear me, please send
I
an
can.
emoji. Let me make I know say if you hear me. Just wave. Let me know that you can hear me. Uh-uh. Why I'm not going to hear me? So you know,
Oh, maybe.
Others, they hear me now.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I can't even hear Messoye again. I lost connection with him.
Mm. Omo.
Messoye, if you hear me, just try to round up. Since everyone can hear me, try to round up so we can
Okay, so I was saying something
take
about
one or two questions.
how to use ChatGPT. So I was targeting the
I can't
teen.
even hear anything from you.
Omo. Can Laura hear me? Eniola, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
We can hear you.
People they hear me. Let guy waiting
Eh,
this up.
I can hear Eniola, I can hear you,
Man.
but I can't hear Messi. Yeah, I can't even hear anything from him.
We
That
dey
one
hear
don't go
you.
with that too.
Yeah.
Okay, Ima, I can hear you too. Okay, when Messoye is done, please let me know. Messoye, you have 3 minutes to round up.
Make sure you save the right connecting. Wow.
Ima, you can hear me clearly, right?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, I hope everyone can hear me too. So when Messoye is done, please let me know so I can just round up the
He's already out here. I think he has network issues.
network issues. Exactly. Okay. I think we got one or two things from him. Since everyone can hear me, let's just round up because it's late already. I didn't even know this space is going to take this long, but I was enjoying it. I was enjoying every bit of it. So what I want to say is that I want to use this opportunity to also clarify something and to apologize to everybody that followed me in joining the one book per day challenge. If you see, at some point, I think on the 7th or the 8th or the 9th or the 10th, I just know that at some point I stopped the challenge. I didn't post about it again and I even locked the group. It is because I thought everybody have my kind of ideology, everybody have my kind of expertise, everybody. I forgot to understand that not some of the people that will join this challenge are newbies and they never even sabi write or format properly. So they might be just because they want to meet up with the challenge, they'll be producing or curating bad books and be uploading on Amazon KDP. I'm really sorry for, do I use the word mislead? I didn't have the intention to mislead anybody or make us spam the Amazon system. Like I said, I can produce 3 books a day. Quality books, not be say shere all of them might not be high content. Some of them might be mid content where you don't need to write a lot of things. You just need some designs and some elements to create the book. I can do that. And if I have to create quality books, cookbooks, you see, my expertise rely on cookbooks. I cannot create self-help book in a day. I cannot create travel guide. It take me like 4 5 days to create. Sometimes I'll just abandon it because I go to get headache. My head go to hot travel guide. But when it comes to cookbooks, where I sit down, I fit create cookbook. Wetin be cookbook too easy. So that's my area of specialization. That's why I thought everybody would be like that. And this is what prompted me to start the one book per day challenge. I'm never going to do it again. I won't do it again because it's I don't know the right word to use, but I don't know. It's pushing people beyond their limits. And with that, you will not upload quality books on Amazon. So if you know you want to do any challenge on your own, do it on your own. Put yourself on that skill and try to meet up with the challenge. So I'm sorry to the old KDP community for doing the one book per day challenge where I know or I didn't put into consideration that not everybody can meet up with it. That's one. And number two, I want us to pick something from what Ima said. Ima specifically said that you should download books in your niche. If you want to write self-help or business related books, the Psychology of Money is up for free download. Um, Rich Dad Poor Dad, they are all on Google. Just type Rich Dad Poor Dad free download PDF. You will see it. You will download it. Read it. See how they format the book. You don't even need to read the entire book. What you need to see is how they format it, how they started their chapter, and how they are concluding each chapter. What they put, the elements. If you do all these things, all these cookbooks too. If you say popular cookbook on Amazon, go and search it on Google. You will see the free ones to download for research purpose, not for resale purpose. You read it, see how they write their cookbooks, look at all the recipes, how they curated it, how they format their books, just so you have an idea of how you should do your own so that you would also stand out in the Amazon KDP platform. This way, if you are using best selling books as your yardstick for measurement to create your own book, you would have excellent books created too. I want to also use this opportunity or this medium to thank all the bosses that are invited and came online. I also invited Coach Zachary, but he has been on transit since. I pray he has landed safely to where he's going. So that's why he could not join us on this space. And all other bosses that I contacted and they honored my invitation. I'm really, really grateful. We are going to have the KDP Crusade very soon. Very soon. It even be day after tomorrow. We are going to have all the bosses on board. Uncle Fenga, Abraham. I want to say thank you for you guys. Thank you to you guys for showing up here today. Even though I didn't specifically or specially invite you, I'm saying thank you. Laura, Eniola, Muhammad, Messioye, and Imabams. You guys really made this night a great one for all the publishing community. And I say thank you so much. I'm sorry we will not take questions. I have like something questions here. I'm sorry we can't take questions. It's late already. Keep all your questions. Tag me or tag the person you want to ask. If you want to ask Ima a question, you want to ask Mohammed a question, you want to ask Laura or Mesori a question, tag them to the question and send it to their timeline, please. They will see it and reply. I'm sorry, time don't go. And I hope we all got value. KDP Crusade is coming very soon. All the questions, go and keep all your questions. The bosses will be here to answer them. Thank you so much and have a great night.
Thank you.